Hi there. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith. How to come out of a crisis, knowing your gift or your talent. Things happen all the time. We never know when there will be a crisis. We never know when what we think is right side up will be turned upside down. But in a crisis is when you discover what you are truly made of. Some people fear a crisis because they don't want to face the reality of what they may call their weakness or weaknesses. I call it strengths that you have not discovered yet. But whether we like it or not, crisis will come. And all it comes to do is show you what you are truly made of, or expose to you what you are truly made of. And so during this pandemic, we were all sent home. Some people got really sick, and that is so sad. We've even lost persons, again, which is very, very sad. But what do we do in a crisis? You discover what you are good at. And so while some may have sat back and complained about the fact that they were sent home, what do you do when you say, or when there appears that there's nothing to do? You be creative. We were all born with creativity in us, whether it's for cooking, for becoming a seamstress, a tailor, doing your own career work. We have all been called to do something. And if we have all been called to do something, in a crisis, when you're spending so much time alone to yourself, you have the opportunity to discover what you are truly made of. I found out that I could be on videos. I could be in the front of a camera. If you had asked me to do this 6 months ago, I would have darted somewhere and you would not be able to find me. But I was forced to sit in the front of a camera. There was a competition going on. And if you wanted to be a part of the team that was going to be drawn from the competition, you had to sit in the front of a video. Well, since then, I've been consistently doing videos, encouraging people to know that they could survive a crisis. It's just the mindset. And so I've done so many videos on mindset. And it's not to impress you, but it is to impress upon you what you are truly capable of. I've noticed on my island, persons have gotten into sewing, they've become seamstress, some have gotten into baking, some got into cooking, but it was just amazing. It's profound to see all of the talents that has come out of such a crisis. Do we say that there's no work? There's a lot of work. Do we say that there's no job? There's a lot. Why? Because you create your survival item. You can be anything you want to be and design anything you want. In a crisis, when you have so much time on your hand, get your mind going. Utilize your mind to show you what you're able to do. If you were to say, well, I can't do anything, then you know what? You will do absolutely nothing. But if you use your mind to say, you know what? Out of this, my gift will come. Out of this, my talent will be seen. And in the process of my talent being seen, there is an audience for my talent. When you create an audience because of your talent, you have actually created success for your destiny. And so we can look at a crisis two ways. We can look at it and say, this came to destroy me. Or we can look at a crisis and say, there is strength in this. I will find it and I will expose it for what and who it truly is. What are you really good at? What is it you're doing that you know you can get paid for? This is not over. We still have a little bit more time until things calms down or settles down. What are you going to do with the time that you have on your hand? You've been laid off. You don't know when you're going back to work or if you're going back to work. What do? You Google it. Go on Google. Google has so much there. YouTube has so much there. There is no reason for anyone to complain about having nothing to do, or they're not sure how they're going to earn an income. Is it work? It's a lot of work. Will it happen overnight? It will not happen overnight. But at least if you get started, you can come out of a crisis successful. You should not come out of a crisis the same way that you went in. There ought to be changes. I was home for 4 months. Let me use my experience. I was home for 4 months with no income. And I decided that I was going to do something. Did I know what I was going to do at the time? No, I did not. But being a part of a great team that I aligned myself with and being challenged to do certain things, I was able to start my own video YouTube channel. Starting my YouTube channel has been so rewarding because I have an audience that is countless. YouTube has an audience of a couple billion people. And so, yes, I believe in God. And so if God has blessed me with an audience of over 2 billion people, why not encourage persons who are home, doing nothing, surfing YouTube? Encourage them to remember that their mind is their everything. It's everything for them. To remind them that their mind can bring them success. Their mind can bring them wealth. They just have to be prepared to work. And we ought to be prepared to work. Why? Because nothing is free. Nothing in life is free. I don't like free things. It comes with a cost. It comes with a penalty, one that you may not want. And so earn it. Earn your way. Discover your gift or your talent, and then work it. Because if you can work on somebody's job for 8, 10, and 12 hours, you don't think you should spend more time on yours? You think you should get off and just hang out? You don't think that you should spend more time building your own success than you spend building somebody else's? You have been on a job for 10 and 15 years, some maybe more. And because you are assured of that income, you do nothing else. Wake up. You ought not to go in a crisis the same way you went out. And so if you went in one way, you should come out the other. Learn something, experience something. Have an experience like no other. Because guess what? That gift or that talent that you discover is going to be something that you enjoy. Why? Because no one is forcing you to do anything. You're waking up and you're getting it done. And you're using your mind because your mind is in alpha state. It's in the beginning state. It's in the early state. And so it is active. And so your mind being in alpha state, you could do all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. You would be amazed at what you would discover when your brain is in alpha state. The creativity just runs wild. And so do not go into a crisis and come out the same. Because there will be others. This is not the only one. There were crises before. My grandparents survived the Depression. Could you imagine? They survived, or my great-grandparents. Well, it was my great-grandparents and my grandparents. They survived the Depression. And they became so creative. They made things like cane juice and carrot juice. They stopped buying bread. That's how come I learned how to bake bread. They made bread from home only. And it was the fad back then to be able to make your own bread. All sorts of ingredients in it. It's flavorful. It's either coconut or it's raisin or it was always something. They used what was grown in their farm to make various types of bread. What is it you are so good at that can earn you a massive living in and coming out of this crisis? What can you do to live the lifestyle that you desire coming out of this crisis? Do not come out of this crisis the same way you went in. Be the better person for it. Be grateful. Have an appreciation for everything around you. But most of all, discover your gift or your talent. It must be discovered. You have greatness within you. Les Brown says it all the time. Discover your greatness. Because your greatness has value. Your gift, your talent, it has value, people. Don't get stuck with the naysayers who will think nothing will happen for you. If God created you or whomever you believe in and gave you that gift or that talent, nothing that a naysayer or a hater could say can stop you. Nothing. The only person that can stop you from being successful is you. And so use your alpha mindset to create and focus and enhance above all things, enhance your gift, enhance it. Enhance your talent. The world is waiting for you, not just your family. The world is waiting for you. There's an audience that is waiting for you. There's an audience waiting for you to reach them so that they can patronize your gift. Yes, I said it. There's an audience out there that's waiting for you to meet them so that they can patronize you. Will you waste it? Will you waste this opportunity? Embrace this opportunity. You will determine if you will come out exposing a gift or if you will come out a complainer. Don't be the complainer. Let them alone. Come out exposing your gift. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, timing out.